Good morning. You're listening to Overcoming Life. I am your host, Opal Bailey. Today's life lesson is on choices. Have you ever had or had to make a choice in your life that you really wasn't sure if you made the right decision, or you thinking about the outcome? Will it turn out for your favor? You know, we all have faced this kind of decision in our lives. And we don't always know how it will turn out. But one thing we do know, that the moment we make the choices, whatever that choice may be, is always for the better. If we look at it in a better light, it will always be for our good. Let me tell you a story. And this is an awesome story for this topic. It's about a woman named Naomi. Naomi was married and she had two daughter-in-laws. Now, Naomi's husband passed away, as well as her two sons. So the two daughter-in-laws, they were also widows. Well, Naomi lived in Moab. And after her husband died, she wanted to go back home to Bethlehem. So she made a decision, made a choice that she was going to go back home and be with the people that she was, most of her family. So she talked to she talked to Ruth and Ophrah, which was her daughter-in-laws, and she shared with them about her decision and what she was going to do, and she told them to stay in Moab. Well, Ophrah decided to stay, but Ruth decided she wanted to go with Naomi. Now, when you listen to this story, it talks about the choices we make, either to stay in the past, which was Moab, or go into the future where it was unknown, uncertain. You didn't know how your life would turn out to be, but Ruth chose to go with Naomi. When she made that decision to go with Naomi, Ruth told her that where you go, I'm going to go. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. Now, Ruth didn't know anything about Bethlehem. She didn't know anything about anybody that lives there because Ruth was born in Moab. But the decision that she made to walk out of the past and believe for the better not only changed Ruth's life, it also changed Naomi's life. Because Ruth's decision to go with Naomi caused Ruth to come in contact with this man named Boaz. And when she met Boaz, Boaz happened to be one of the wealthiest men in that time, not just because he was wealthy in finances and cattle and land and houses and stuff, but he was wealthy also by the fact that other people knew who he was, and he was well known, he was well respected, and even he was so respected by his workers. And having that kind of example and having that kind of lifestyle that Boaz had, he noticed Ruth. And when he noticed Ruth, Ruth's life changed because he married Ruth. And during that time, when there's one man in a family, but then there's another person over him, it was more like he had a cousin that had more wealth than he had. And so he had to go to the cousin and say, hey, this woman named Ruth, I want to marry her, but you're over me in wealth and status. So you take her. And the young man said, no, I can't take her. I just want the things that she has. I don't really want her. So he released Boaz to marry her. And so Boaz took everything that was identified with her. He didn't just want her and the things that she had, but he wanted her as well. So the life lesson of this story is no matter how difficult, no matter how unfamiliar you are with where you're going, what's going on in your life, make the choice to move past your past and know that your future is ahead of you if you only choose to make that move. So also with this story, which is like pretty cool, Ruth married Boaz. So then Boaz also provided not only a nice living for Ruth, but also for Naomi. So the very thing that they left, that they thought they wanted to stay, it catapulted them. It took them from their past of pain and hurt and loss, and they gained more than they ever had. And sometimes when we make choices, we feel that we're losing, but we're not. We're really giving ourselves the opportunity to gain more and gain the best. So I'm encouraging you today. Whatever choice you have to make, whether it's the choice to walk out of your past, whether the choice is about career, relationships, whatever that choice may be, don't allow what you're so accustomed to, you're so used to, keep you there. Because the hard decisions and choices is because we don't want to let go of what we're accustomed to. We're so used to acting a certain way. We're so used to living a certain way, a certain lifestyle. So we won't make a choice for the better. But God desires us to be better in every area of our life, not just in finances and careers. He wants our whole life to be better. He wants to give the best to us. And so when Ruth made that decision, she went from better to best just by a choice. She didn't foresee the future. She didn't know what was going on. All she knew is that she honored Naomi to such a degree, and that her walk with God was so powerful that Ruth never experienced that. She didn't want to stay back there with all the other Moab people that did whatever they wanted to do and stay in that same lifestyle. Ruth wanted, desired, longed for more, better, and best. So I want to leave you with this scripture in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 that says, trust in, rely confidently on the Lord with all your heart. Do not rely on your own insight and understanding. In all your ways, know and acknowledge and recognize him, and he will make your path straight and smooth, removing obstacles that block your way. See, Ruth had to remove the obstacle of what she was familiar with, what she was accustomed to, the kind of people she was accustomed to. And she had to go beyond her feelings, go beyond what was easy. And sometimes we have to press on and move past the easy, comfortable choices and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to believe that God has the best for me. And I'm speaking this out of my own very own life. The choices that I had to make were some hard choices. Some of them were easy. Some of them wasn't. But when I look back over my life and I'm sitting here now and I see that the choices that I made were far better than everything that I was trying to hold on to. There is a choice in everything that we do in life. Every morning we wake up, it's a choice. We're choosing to do something, whether to stay put, move forward, or don't do anything. Let this week be a week that you decide in your own self to do the best that God has for you. Don't allow your situation or your circumstances keep you from making a better quality of life for yourself. Ruth had a quality life made for herself. And I believe the moment she made that choice to get up and go, it changed her life drastically. We don't always know what our future holds, but we do know that God holds our future. And as long as we keep him first and we trust in him, he will only give us the best. This is the Life Lessons on Overcoming Life. I am your host, Opal Bailey. God bless.